Traded it all.
Welcome to the show, everyone, and Happy New Year to everyone as well. We get to say that all week long. We'll start saying it all month long as well. My first guest, if it is the first Thursday of the month, then it is the Havie and Howie show. I have with me Havie Bravo and also Howard Farkash, and they are the principals of the Bravo Insurance Agency. And I want today to tell you that you get to do this show. You have a guest with you, and I'm just going to let you kind of talk about yourselves and what you want to talk about today.
Well, Carol, thank you for starting the new year right.
With a bang.
With a bang, a big bang, right? And Happy New Year to everybody out there. Yes, we're excited at the Bravo Insurance Agency because we're expanding, always trying to help our clients to do the best thing for them, have 360-degree coverage, complete circle, 365 days a year, maybe even 366 on those leap years, you know?
Yeah. You know what I love the Bravo Insurance Agency? What I love about you guys the most is that when you say that you want to take care of your clients, you sure do.
Right.
And that's really wonderful about you. I love that, and the way that you really not only just take care of them, they become family.
They become family. First they become clients, then they become friends, then they become family.
Absolutely.
And that puts a lot of stress on us, but it's something we want.
Absolutely.
We want them to lean on us when things go bad.
So what do you mean by that when you say that?
Well, to be there when they need us the most. You know, let's say someone passes away. Do you want me to bring you a casserole, or do you want me to bring you a check? The check's going to last your family much longer, take care of a lot of needs for the family and for yourselves. So you don't have to change your lifestyle, change your address, change your kids' schools. We want to keep your lifestyle the same as much as possible. Mm-hmm. Same thing with disability insurance, long-term care, to remain in your own world, safe and secure the way you feel comfortable. And now we're going to expand that by doing property and casualty commercial insurance through an alliance that we've picked up with right here. Dani Warren is part of the Carefree Sunrise Group, but also under the name the Vault Insurance Agency. Is that correct?
So
Vault Insurance Solutions.
So Vault Insurance Solutions. Let's talk a little bit about what that is. What you do.
We are a property and casualty agency that focuses on small to medium-sized businesses. So when we met Javier and we learned how he operated, it's our same philosophy. We do 360-degree coverage around our business owners. So we make sure that their businesses are protected, their home lives are protected, and we really form an alliance with them and participate with them when it comes to tax time, payroll. We want to be a full service offering to them. So if we don't have the resource for them, then I have referral partners and a team waiting to come in and really give a bear hug to that business owner.
Absolutely. It's like a one-stop shop, but then we're two different offices helping each other help them.
So their offices are located?
In Carefree, Arizona.
Uh-huh.
And I'm
so you're
in Mesa.
really expanding.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Going north, right? Mm-hmm. Closer to the snow.
That's really exciting. And you did it because you wanted to offer, you are a one-stop shop.
We are. But now we're expanding that to a one-stop shop for commercial property and casualty, things like that.
So everything.
Yes, umbrellas, things like that, which Dani could talk to more about.
When you say Better Call Bravo, right? You talk a lot about how many times when people don't think they can get insurance, right? Better Call Bravo.
Right. We like challenges. Right.
You do. Mm-hmm. That you actually thrive when somebody thinks they can't get something. You make sure they can.
Yeah.
And explain how you do that.
Well, we ask a lot of questions. Just like a doctor, we're going to find out what hurts you, what you need to make you feel better and be better. So we're going to ask a lot of questions, and we have access to over 73 carriers on my side, probably even more with her now, with Dani. So now we can go to these carriers and get the best solution for your needs.
Now you work nationwide.
We do. We're licensed. I'm licensed in 38 states, but we have agents and clients actually in 5 continents.
Wow, 5 continents now too. You're huge. Now, when I want to talk about this, when you really, honestly, anybody right now, the first thing when you said 365 days a week,
a year,
a year, they are here to help you. you. When you think that you can't get insurance, you can. You most likely can.
Right.
They're going to find out. You're going to make sure that you call them. They have operators always standing by. Their phone number is 480-534-4022. It's bettercallbravo.com.
Right, and we also have Dani's phone number there, too, for the property and casualty and commercial lines.
So we'll put that out there. So to call Dani, her name is Dani Warren, and her phone number is 480-499-0425.
Excellent. Howard, want to add in something?
No, you guys.
Howard's being kind of quiet. What's wrong with you?
Well, number one,
He's still recovering from open enrollment.
No, from New Year's.
thank you all. I'm not really a P&C kind of a guy, but I know a little bit about it, and I know how important it is to a program, arms around, fully encompassing your risks, basically. I mean, it's great to deal with us in our life products, but if you're not focusing also to a certain degree on your property and casualty risks, then you could have a serious blowout in that area. And we're talking about saving your money, saving your family money, etc. A simple accident can lead to a very complicated solution.
It might not even be an accident. It's been about a year since your anniversary of your property and casualty loss.
That's true.
And you
And how upside down, let's talk about that. How upside down did that make your life?
Well,
and okay.
It was tremendously inconvenient, no doubt about it. But the good thing is the company that I'm insured with on my property and casualty side, and I'm not here to do a commercial for them, but I mean, every penny was covered. They did a great job. They were a little bit slower than I would have liked, but nonetheless, from a financial perspective, we'd have been out in excess of $80,000 if we did not have that kind of coverage.
It's so important.
Yes.
It's so important, Dani.
Absolutely. I had a client about 2 years ago that was driving in a brand new vehicle and got into a accident with somebody that ran a stop sign who happened to be an orthopedic surgeon. And not only do you accept the liability for your own part in a collision like that, but future income of that potential injury. So they could have been out had they not had the correct coverage. Tens of millions of dollars.
I love that you said correct coverage.
Right.
So I think this is important when you're listening here. There's new laws. I don't even know if anything changed, but there's things that you have to make sure that you're covered for. Do you, when you work with people, I know you do free consultations, do you kind of go over all of that to make sure that they are covered correctly? I'll give you a good example really quickly, if it's okay with
Sure.
you. I knew somebody who was leaving to go to live in New York right now for a little while.
Okay.
And they're not using their car here right now.
Correct.
And as somebody asked them, and I had no idea what we were going to talk about today, but somebody asked them, "Are you covered? Are you going to keep your coverage or something like that?" And they said, "Oh no, we're going to stop that." And then we were like, "No, I think you really should." And these are the things that I'm talking about. People don't know what you don't know.
Right, and I have a story on that as well. It involves my brother. He sold a car to a guy. My brother had redone a Chevelle, 69 Chevelle, from the bottom to the top. Excellent car. Sold it when my brother got married because he didn't need the extra car anymore. So the guy bought it, put it in his garage. In the Midwest, he put on blocks in the garage. The garage caught fire. My brother saw him at the grocery store and said, "Hey, how's my car?" Because he put a lot of time and effort in that, right? Well, I got to tell you, it's gone.
Aww.
What happened? It burned up. And he took the insurance off it because he wasn't going to drive it. He figured he doesn't need to insure it. But that was a big mistake.
Better call Bravo. Their number is 480-534-4022. Now you can also call Dani as well. That number to call her, it's 480-499-0425. We are going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk further. Check them out. They're fabulous people. It's bettercallbravo.com.
At ATAX, we're more than just numbers. Whether you need help untangling your personal finances or are simply overwhelmed in managing your business's accounting needs, relax. We can help. ATAX has the professionals you need to make your life easier. Let us handle your bookkeeping, payroll, taxes and incorporation services, plus much more. You can count on accurate and reliable tax and business services from ATAX. For a free consultation, call 623-213-7733 or visit atax.com.
When someone close to you passes, the grief can feel overwhelming. So when it comes time to make the necessary preparations for your loved one, you can rely on Angel Cremation and Burial in Mesa. Our caring and professional staff knows you're going through a lot, so we focus on helping you understand your options. You only pay for what you truly need. To learn more about our many cremation and funeral services, call 480-962-6435. 480-962-6435. AngelsCremationandBurial.com.
For centuries, the use of medicinal leeches remains an integral part of treating disease and illnesses. Leeches are on the cusp for known health benefits, and they are constantly finding new discoveries based on thorough research about the positive effects of the substances medicinal leeches introduce into the body. Using only the highest quality medicinal leeches, Arizona Leech Therapy is here to help you find a natural, drug-free solution for your medical solutions. Learn more at ArizonaLeechTherapy.com or call 480-621-6041.
At Bailey Law Firm, we provide our clients with premier legal services inspired by innovation, which means best-in-class legal services for our clients and a destination workplace for our team. With decades of local experience and the expertise under our belts, we achieve excellent results for our clients. So whatever your legal need, we've got you covered. Offices to serve you in Tempe, Scottsdale, and Tucson. Call 480-681-5408. 480-681-5408. BaileyLawFirmAZ.com.
Tired of paying high hourly fees when you need a plumber? With Cobra Plumbing, you get the same great service as the other guys, but you pay by the job, not the hour. So if you have a residential plumbing issue, don't wait. Call Cobra Plumbing today. Plus, our work is guaranteed. So call us today for your free estimate. Call 602-663-8432. That's 602-663-8432. To see a list of our complete service offerings, go to cobraplumbing.net.
If you own rental properties anywhere in the valley, Denali Real Estate can provide you with the best overall value, guaranteed. Denali Real Estate Property Management offers 6% management fee, no startup fees, no long-term contracts, and a money-back guarantee. Mention KFNX and we'll fill your first vacant property for free. Please call 480-626-4062. That's 480-626-4062 or visit our website, DenaliArizona.com.
If I traded it all.
So welcome back, everyone. Havie, we were talking during the break, and we're live on Facebook. So hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We'll share the show later on. You were during the break. We've been talking a little bit about how you're so full circle and 360. How many days?
Well, 66 if there's a leap year.
Say, I know, that's why my mind was going crazy because I know it's 65, but you said 66, and I was like, what?
Well, that 366 is a leap year, and that's usually my day off. I get one PTO off day every 2 years.
Let me just tell you, folks, it is truly his only one day off.
Yeah.
So, but we were talking about the importance of what we're talking about here and being covered, not only in just, we were talking about your life insurance with living benefits and how important that is, and we're going to talk about that and how it segues as well into what you've done.
Absolutely. It dovetails very well because people have homes they own or rent. Okay, and they have condos and all the kind of property, also commercial buildings that they own for businesses.
Boats.
Well, yeah, that's too. But let's say you always have a mortgage or you have a loan. Okay, you got to cover that in case you die, in case you become disabled. Living benefits on a life insurance policy can handle both of those things. Someone dies, pays it off. Or if they don't die, they get one of the claim triggers happen, then there's money there to pay down or pay off the remaining loan. In the meantime, though, that property can also burn, get flooded, and that's where Dani's property products come very, very much in handy and very important.
Important. You know, so important. Anything can happen at any time. You had a flood. Right. I think it was a flood that happened to you. I've had a flood before, and I know what that's like. And when anything happens, and okay, so most of the time when something happens, if you're not covered, and a lot of people don't even realize, they might even have coverage, but not covered for certain things.
Right.
Okay?
Well,
I lost my house in the Northridge earthquake, and luckily I did. My father didn't. Let me tell you, we know what that felt like.
Right, but let's say a lot of young people don't realize if you have renter's insurance, it's so important. Okay, it covers a lot of things besides just the stuff inside the apartment. If you're traveling, it covers your luggage, things like that. If your laptop's in your car, the car insurance doesn't cover the laptop. Your homeowners or your renter's insurance policy does. Is that not correct?
That's completely correct. And likewise, business owners don't realize that their homeowner's policy doesn't cover a lot of their business items.
Right.
So, for example, they would need a business property policy or general liability and property policy to cover their laptops and things like that that they use daily for business use.
Absolutely. I'm somebody who owns a business, and I, for a long time, was running around just without that. And then something little happened, and it was like, oh my God, you know what? I better have that. I have that coverage, and I didn't need it, but it made me think I better get myself covered, because if God forbid something could have happened badly, I would have been in trouble.
Right, and it gives you peace of mind to have the coverage, number one. Number two, being that you're a business, the insurance is probably tax deductible. Talk to your tax advisor for that, but probably is, okay? Things like that are very, very important for you to continue, have the right frame of mind to conduct business. If you have a car accident, you're deemed at fault, they're going to look at you as, well, not only do you have an insurance policy, you have assets. You better have life and auto insurance and business insurance to cover those liabilities in case that happens.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people either don't have it and they put their heads in the sand with it.
Mm-hmm.
You really shouldn't. Also, don't wait. Give yourself the peace of mind. Call the Bravo Insurance Agency. Their phone number is area code 480-534-4022. You can also call, I have it down here as the Carefree Sunrise Group.
It's the Vault.
That's our fancy business LLC name, but the name that we tell our clients is the Vault Insurance Solutions.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so their phone number, it's area code 480-499-0425. If you think you cannot get it, they're going to make sure you get it. And you're listening this, it's a new year, it's a new you. Make sure you take care of yourself and all the things you need to. But this is something that people need. Insurance, we all really do need it. And you mentioned something quickly, but I got to bring it up really quickly, really fast, is that you brought up if somebody loses, if renters insurance, that if they've lost their luggage.
Luggage.
How many people lost their luggage recently? I just had to say that. I thought it was fun, but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but very good.
It's true.
It's true, though.
How many people now are thinking, wow, I better have insurance for it? How long have people been waiting to get their luggage back?
Right.
You know, or if it's lost or broken or whatever.
Right.
All that stuff in there. You should insure it.
Yeah, not only that, if you have jewelry in there, you better have it scheduled on your policies, because they only cover basic amounts on a regular policy. But if you have it scheduled, you can have more coverage, of course.
It's so important.
It costs you a little bit of money, but it's not that much. Yeah.
No, and people don't realize that. I know. Can I just say this really quickly too? When we had that earthquake, there's two instances you bring up. First of all, one is that my father didn't have coverage. He didn't have earthquake insurance on his policy, because he came from the old school and, we'll never have an earthquake that'll ever give us that much damage. Wrong. Luckily things worked out, whatever, that's fine. But the other thing that my mother, who was a nervous wretch, I'll say a nervous Halechki, I don't get to say that very often, but that means a nervous wreck, and she was walking around, and for some reason she had her jewelry, and she kept it in her purse for some reason, a lot of it. Okay, she went to the market one day and just put it down for a second, and boom, somebody either grabbed it or she turned around and forgot it. Gone.
Wow.
Okay, so insurance, thank God they were insured for that, right? But of course that was their jewelry. They think of those things, but they didn't think about other things, and they thought it was too expensive when it really wasn't.
Here's an example. It happened to me personally a week ago. My water heater started leaking, and then it was a full-on deluge in my garage. Luckily, we caught it within an hour of it happening. I have on my own homeowner's policy a $46 a year addendum called mechanical equipment breakdown coverage.
Nice.
And so for only a $500 deductible, I got a $1,000 check back
Their
after
number.
replacing my water heater.
That number
a
to
great
call
story.
them
Yeah.
is 480 409-0425. You know, the best thing is make sure you're insured. Obviously, we want to talk about that. That's what it's all about. You said peace of mind.
Absolutely. So it's worth
in every area of your life.
Absolutely, and it's worth calling us for a free analysis consultation. Call Dani, call myself. Operators are standing by.
That number is 480-534-4022, bettercallbravo.com.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And Dani's number is?
480-499-0425.
That's good. Good job.
I'm learning. After 15 years, I finally got it. But it's interesting. I love talking about all of this. Yes, it's what we're doing here is we're perking up people's minds.
Absolutely.
Right? To think about these things, because a lot of times people put this on the back burner, a lot on the back burner.
Yeah, and it doesn't take long to sit down with us.
And I think the main thing is that people think, I can't afford it. I'm too old. I shouldn't, and I mean, let's say talk about life insurance for a second there. I'm too old. I should have done it a long time ago. I didn't. But that's not true. A lot of people think about this when if you're single or either maybe a widow or whatever, you don't think that you should have certain things, but you can get more than you think.
Well, and Carol, we've talked about this before. Life insurance with living benefits is really for you as well, because you're the primary beneficiary in case you have a living benefit situation. That way your kids or your spouses, your ex-spouses don't have to come in and take care of you. You got the money to hire somebody. And like Howie said before, it's better to manage the care versus providing the care.
And you work with all ages. You have somebody in the office to take care of everyone.
Yeah, I was asking Howard.
Every area.
I was asking Howard the other day how old his oldest client was.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask Howard how old he was.
No, he's about 91.
Just slightly older than I am.
Yeah, how old is your oldest client?
About 94 years old.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that nice?
Yeah, I think that's cool. And how long? Let me ask this, okay? How long have you been working with them?
Oh, since they were about 75.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. And that shows you dedication and the way that people just absolutely love working with you. And I know why. I know that personally. But to be known you as long as I have now and to see how you guys work with people. And yes, they do ask a lot of questions, but they ask for good reasons, right? But then they also remember all sorts of things that you said, and they remember birthdays, and they remember all sorts of things because they really they make you family.
And Dani does the same thing with her operation, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, well, thank you.
That's why
Dani,
it's nice for us to work together.
Yeah, that's really excited about that. Dani, what would be your last words for everybody, really quickly?
It's 2023. You're doing your budget. You are getting fit in every way. Do a little fitness checkup on your insurance program.
That number to call directly is 480-499-0425. Write the number down. Right now, put it down, because a lot of people do this where they hear these kinds of things, they write it down, and then they forget about. Don't put it on your refrigerator, and give them a call. It's 480-499-0425, or you can also call Havie at 480-534-4022. It's bettercallbravo.com.